Welcome back to what Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the M44, the Tier 6 American SPG, and this one's located on the north spawn of Cliff under the command of Ramtough of RTR. Now it's a 155mm howitzer mounted on a swivel mount, as you can see there looking straight down on it, and it's inside a Walker Bulldog chassis, the M41, so it's quite nippy. And as you can see here, it's wearing the skin provided by Sir Rusty with what Arty Noobs on the side. And the game started. Now he's got a 17.17 seconds reload. He could speed that up if he was to use premium consumables. And he's probably got a crew who may have gloves and arms, but it certainly does help to speed up the reload. He has got a rammer, I'm sure of that. Okay, he's firing his firing position. He did knock over a few things there which would give away his position, but he's moved away from them, so hopefully he won't be spotted from those. Okay, he was looking at a bush in the enemy area, and he's fired at it and knocked down another tree. He's making a little nest for himself here. Well, the good news is he's pulled back, so if somebody aims for the tree, they're not going to get him because he's not there. Okay, we have got some enemy tanks. There's a KV-3, KV-85. The KV-3 is a good target. Tier 7 gets a direct hit, 96 hit points, pulls forward towards the tree. So if they fire at where he was, they're going to miss him. And the KV-3 is still only moving backwards and forwards. Oh no, he's moving up to that pass now. And he just took a big round from our Oni. Firing around at the Scorpion G. Get a direct hit! 580 hit points. Now it's an LTTB rushing into our territory as quickly as he can. But he's probably going to meet a few of our guys, or he's going to get hit by one of the Arty shells, I would think. There's two of us down the end, or rather this Ramtough. He puts one round into the LTTB, and the Churchill 7 finishes him off. Right, we've got a KV-85 up on top of the cliff on the plateau, and he's just been wiped out by the T-28 prototype. Okay, so we're aiming for the hill. No, we decided to come back to the pass. And the reason for that, there's a KV-85 down there. And he's hiding behind that rock, but we can splash him. Fire the shell in at the side, and that should do him some damage. Gone to overhead view just to check and make sure the aim's right. It is. And that must have splashed him, but we won't see how much damage it did until later. Okay, T-44 on the first plateau area. As you can see, the M44 has a very wide arc of fire, and that's because the gun swivels within the mount to actually cover a much wider area. Normally, if it was a fixed Arty, the vehicle would have to move, and that would increase the aim time because rather the reticule would balloon. Well, that E-25 just got hit. We fired a round in and after him and got 60 hit points off him. More importantly, we stunned him, and he is a 3 marked E25 with a Unicum in it. Okay, going back for that KV-85, and the enemy Arty's been spotted, and he's right back in the enemy cap area, and he's just sitting there waiting for a shell, and that was a direct hit, and he's been killed by our Progetto. So very nice of him to notify us where that M44 was so we could collect the hit points. Right, KV-85 round out. This should hit. Oh, it went right over the front of him. He's so lucky to have missed that. If he'd hit that, if Ramtough had got the hit, I think that KV-85 would have been very badly damaged. And that Hellcat has been badly damaged, 202 hit points off him. And the KV-85 is now in a world of trouble, and he's just been killed by our Churchill 7. this game is going to be over very, very shortly, because the only remaining enemy is their Hummel, and it looks like he's there in that bush because the shell just landed in there. Oh, he got the kill, a blind shot kill. He did see shells going into that bush and they weren't exploding, so they must have been hitting something, and he fired them round in and killed the Hummel. Let's look at the end of battle stats. It's a first class tanker for ramped up in the M44. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 19, and he got a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And the win rate for that battle was 2991. So he certainly did very, very well indeed. Let's have a look at the amount of hit points. Oh, we don't see how many hit points he did on the KV-85, but I'm pretty sure he did touch him. He certainly did get a critical damage to that KV-85's track. So let's have a look at the team scores. Well, we can see that when it came to damage, he actually did the highest damage. It wasn't him. It was the T-28 prototype. He got the high caliber and steel worn, did 2,607 hit points of damage. The Progetto did 2,125. Ramtoff did 1,634. So he was third on damage and picked up the Confederate as well. The Progetto managed Vespucci's. When it came to kills, it was the T-28 prototype and the Progetto with 3 kills apiece. The Comet and the Churchill 7 managed 2 kills, and then Ramtoff came in with just 1. But when it came to base XP, it was Ramtoff who got the highest amount, 1,103, which wasn't enough for the ace tanker, I'm afraid. But he did get higher than the T-28 prototype with 886, and the Progetto 46 with 799. He fired 11 rounds. He got 5 direct hits, 2 penetration, and 1,634 hit points of damage, of which 1,490 were at more than 300 meters. He hit 9 of the enemy, but only killed 1, so there's a big difference there, 8 difference. He also caused damage of damage assistance of 322 hit points, and stun assistance of 494 hit points of 9 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 40,556 credits, got 6,083 credits for completing the mission, and that came to 46,639, and after ammunition resupply, he actually had 41,084 credits left over. He received 1 bond for the Confederate, 1,654 XP, 248 for completing the mission. Total came to 1,902 experience points altogether. And he says this was his best game he's had in weeks. Well, it was certainly a very quick one, actually, because the battle was over in just 4 minutes 36 seconds. And after he actually stopped, after he relocated a few shots, he stopped moving about because the enemy wasn't really interested in counter battery. They were just trying to stay alive. He killed that M44, and then he killed the Hummel as well. It was a pity that he didn't pick up a counter battery medal, because of course if he'd actually killed the M44, he certainly, well, he didn't kill the M44, but he certainly did badly damage it for 223 hit points, and if he killed it, I'm sure he would have got the counter battery as well. So, really good battle there by Ramtoff. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.